Hey everyone, welcome to Site Plan 1. So, you're starting your journey in AI governance, and let's be real, you might be feeling pretty overwhelmed by the sheer volume of news and tools out there right now. We are a California based nonprofit, and our whole mission is to help legal aid organizations and clinics go from total confusion to governed, confident action. Today's explainer is all about getting clarity, zoning in on your focus, and actually making this technology work for the people who need it the absolute most. Think of this specific explainer as our cornerstone module. We are literally laying the groundwork for your entire AI governance journey right here. Because think about it, before you start writing policies or buying software or deploying any AI tools, you need a site plan. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint, right? Well, the exact same logic applies here. We really have to lay this foundation first so that when we dive into the more complex frameworks later on, everything lands in the proper context without completely overwhelming you. Okay, let's dive into this and address the absolute biggest trap in the AI space today. The temptation is always to try and master the whole shebang, right? Generative text, data privacy, algorithmic bias, all of it, all at once. But honestly, trying to be an expert in everything is just a recipe for immediate burnout. The field simply moves way too fast. If you try to be a generalist, you're just going to exhaust your team and probably end up implementing nothing. So instead, we need to choose a specialty where you can be highly effective. So how do we do that? Well, today we're walking through a decision framework to help you choose that specialty, and it's based on 6 key factors. First up is mission fit. Does this actually align with your core purpose, or is it just a shiny new distraction? Second is regulatory density. Third, data sensitivity. Are we talking about public info or highly sensitive medical records? Fourth is client type, followed by number 5, workflow complexity. And finally, number 6, community impact. These 6 foundational bricks are basically your compass. Taking the time to really evaluate each one is what ensures you're building a truly sustainable strategy. Now, as we map those 6 factors out, it kind of works like a flowchart to help you determine your ideal path. For instance, you might realize you really need to focus on highly regulated spaces with extremely sensitive data, like health clinics, and that, of course, requires a very cautious, highly secure approach. On the flip side, you might find yourself working in areas with less regulatory density, but with massive workflow complexity, like, say, processing thousands of standard legal aid intake forms. Choosing the correct path here ensures you are providing the absolute maximum value exactly where it is needed most. To help you actually make this decision, make sure to download today's practical output, which is the Specialty Fit Worksheet. We don't want this to just be passive learning. We really want you to actively build your governance structure as we go. So take that worksheet and walk through the framework with your own specific interests and organizational needs in mind. By the time you finish it, you're going to have a clear, documented specialty ready to go for the rest of this pathway. As we wrap up this cornerstone module, I want to leave you with a final, pretty important thought to ponder while you're filling out that worksheet. Ask yourself, which specialty will provide maximum value for your community? At the end of the day, remember, AI is really just a tool to amplify your impact. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer. Be sure to check the description to grab your worksheet, find your focus, and I will see you in the next explainer to continue building out your foundation.